There's a great lift that you can do for your lower back, and it's called a standing good morning. And you'll see why it's called a good morning here in a second. The idea of this lift is that you're working your lower back, so your lumbar area, by putting a weight on your back. So this, in some ways, will go against some of the techniques we talked about with the back squat and that sort of thing, but in other ways will really correspond with it really well. With a good morning, all you're doing is you're bending forward and then coming right back up. Ordinarily, you wouldn't really want to lean forward when you're holding on to a lot of weight on your back because it puts a lot of stress on your back. But if you can keep an arch in your back like I am right now, you protect your back very nicely when you're doing the exercise. It's when your back begins to round like this, that's when you're starting to put a lot of stress on the discs of your spine. When you're doing a good morning, that's important you go nice and slow as you go down. When you transition from down to going up, that's when it's hardest, okay? We looked at some other lifts, the biceps curl and things like that with the torque. The torque is the highest on you when you're at this bottom part. That's when this weight feels the heaviest on your back. And when you couple that with the fact that I got downwards momentum going here and then trying to switch it and going upwards like that, that makes that transition the hardest part of the lift. So watch for yourself or watch when someone else is doing this, that when they're going down, they're keeping their back arched, and that they also keep it arched as they transition and go back up. Because what you may see or what you may do, you'll do a nice job with the back arch, and then you'll round it very slightly as you come back up. And that's when the injury can kind of occur with this exercise. So I imagine this is called a good morning because you kind of that good morning kind of feeling to it as you come back up with it. But the good morning is a very nice exercise for your lower back. One of the big advantages it has is that in other back exercises, back extension type exercises, it's very easy to actually hyperextend your back. When you're doing a lying hyperextension or back extension machines, it's easy to go back too far and put compression and put strain on the discs of your spine. With a standing good morning, because as soon as you get upright, you're upright, there's no reason to actually arch any further back. There's no real risk of hyperextension when you're doing a standing good morning, but the real risk would just be that you let your back round a little bit within the activity. But as long as you can control that and do that part of the lift correctly, you can become very, very strong and do quite a bit of weight with these standing good mornings. Really, really nice low back type exercise for people that are a little more advanced in their training.